Namaste yogis, and welcome. My name is Lorenzo, and this yoga practice is aimed at creating a feeling of radiance and being really open, maybe let's say alive in our bodies. So before we begin to move, let's see if we can find stillness first. So finding any seat that feels comfortable for you, whether your legs are crossed or your ankles are crossed, your shins. I think I'll actually begin in the Vajrasana, sitting on my shins and my hips reaching back and towards my two heels. But whatever seat you assume, go ahead and just allow your eyes to close. And as your eyes close, give permission for your two shoulders just to drop down and away from your two ears. And encourage your spine to lift taller through the breath. And maybe even encourage a slight sense of your shoulders moving back so you feel the two blades really support and almost lift your chest skywards. The chest now more open, already a feeling of arriving fully, more present, receptive to your practice, and perhaps more over to yourself. Your palms are face down. Let's together just turn the palms face open to encourage that same receptivity and feeling of acceptance to all that is and to all that is possible. Expansive now. Breathing a little bit deeper. Carrying this feeling of expansiveness into your breath, now into your body, into each moment. Let's breathe our two hands together now at our heart center, letting our gaze drop down and towards our two thumbs, towards our heart space. A sincere bow to our own unique radiance, all of its magnificence and the expanse that it has the possibility to create and encourage within our own lives. Take a full breath in through your nose now. And then just open your mouth and let it go. Go ahead and just very gently release your two hands down and lift your gaze and allow your eyes to blink open. And then we'll go ahead and come forward into our table position. So as you stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees, take a moment to spread the fingers away from the very center of your palm. And as you inhale, open your chest. And as you exhale, just round and press them out of the way, just lifting the spine, drawing the chin towards the sternum. And as you inhale, the ujjayi now begin to lift and extend the sit bones skyward. Collarbone through and widen here. As you exhale, pressing them out away, getting a little bit more lift. And then just moving with your breath, inhale. And exhaling. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. And then come through a neutral spine, inhale. Curl your chin toes and just press your hips straight back into your dog shape as you exhale. And then, as we know, sometimes it's easier just to walk the feet a little bit in so that the dog isn't quite as intense, right? Especially if you're just beginning to move into your day, letting the knees bend and letting the thighs move back, right? It helps to release and open the back of the hamstrings. So you can soften your head and neck, and maybe even begin to bring a little bit of movement into the mix. One knee bend, the opposite heel reach down and back. And then just switching back and forth, one knee bending, the opposite heel reaching back in space. And then eventually maybe walking your feet a little further back, getting a little bit more length, more opening. Take a full breath in through your nose. And then just open your mouth and let it go. Let's come forward into our plank as we inhale. And then just slowly lower all the way to your stomach as you exhale. Slide your hands a little further back, tops of both feet flat. Lift your chest up and forward on your in-breath. And then lower forehead all the way to the earth as you exhale. A little higher now. Inhale, lift the chest up and forward. And then lower now as you exhaling. And then inhale, lift your chest up. Little pause here. Lift your two hands off of your mat. Feel the upper back engage. And then staying here, reach your two arms straight back. Let's actually hook the thumbs this morning or this evening and spread the fingers. Let the shoulders roll back and let the chest rise. Press down to the 2 feet a little bit more so you can get 1 more inch of height. And then lower all the way down to your stomach. Let's breathe the hands next to our ribs. And curl the 10 toes. Take a full breath in through your nose. And then just make it a strong press into your plank. Exhale. Hold in the inhale. Just feel the extension. And then breathe your hips back. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Now look forward in between your hands and just step your right foot down. And then lower your left knee down to the mat. And just take a moment to let the pelvis sink. So I like to say hi into my fingertips and let the pelvis drop towards the earth. Maybe you're the same. Just keep pulling the chest forward and feel a sense of greater extension, really from the bottom of the psoas all the way up to the top. Keeping the chest rising. Let's take another full breath in here. And as we exhale, let's just shift our hips back into the Ardha Chandrasana. So walk your 2 hands back and then flex your front foot. Draw your right toes towards your face and then continue to pull the chest forward. And just breathing, begin to open the body. Allow the breath really to move into any areas that seem resistant to open. Allow the breath to work into those spaces, creating more freedom, more space with each breath. And then take another full breath in. We'll bend back into our right knee as we exhale. Curl the left toes under this time and then pick your left knee up and straighten your right leg. So a long variation of the Trikonasana. We'll pull the chest forward on the inhale and almost hug the 2 outer thighs in to gain a little bit more traction through the spine. And rather than folding today, let's keep the chest moving forward. Just breathing in through the nose. And breathing out. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, you'll pick the ball end of your right foot up and then flex the right toes back and towards the face. And last 3, 2, and 1. Just 2 palms flat. Just step back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in through the nose. And then breathe out. We'll switch. Step your left foot forward in between the hands. Lower your right knee down to your mat. Staying high into the fingertips. Pull your chest forward. You'll feel the front thigh, the back thigh opening. Right, keep us into the hip points lifting up towards your navel. So that we're not dumping too much into the shape, even though we're going for a big release here. Right at the psoas, so the right outer thigh rolling down and forward, a little bit more length. Let's shift back into the Ardha Chandrasana, straighten the front leg, pull the chest through. So again, there's this feeling of the outer thighs actually hugging into the midline to give you a little bit more length through the spine. And please know that blocks or any kind of prop that you need are super handy here. In fact, I would even encourage it. Take another full breath in. We'll go ahead and bend into the front knee as we exhale. Curl the back toes under the long Trikonasana and straighten the front leg. And then again, squeezing the 2 legs together, extend the breath all the way through the crown of the head. And so from the base of the spine, feel the spinal column lengthen and extend as if you could reach to the crown. And then maybe stay here, lift the ball mat of your left foot up, drawing your left toes back and towards your face. We're breathing. Last few breaths here. Try not to round today. Let's keep the chest opening. Another full breath in. Rebend to your left knee. This time we'll step forward to the front of our mat as we exhale. And then just simply fold the upper back round. In fact, let the knees bend enough so you can wrap your two arms around the back of your legs and almost weave your hands around your shins. And as you weave your arms around your shins, let the knees bend, and then see if you can stretch the crown of the head towards the ground. Pressing into both feet as you exhale, lift your thighs a little higher towards the ceiling. The back of the legs will open, the shoulder blades will stay lifted. It's a nice deep fold here. Whatever hand's on top, go ahead and change, uncross, recross the opposite hands on top, and see if you can snuggle in just a little bit more. Another full breath in. And then very slowly, let's release. Two hands to the earth, lengthen on the in-breath, and then fold all the way down as you exhale the upper back round. Let's come all the way to standing. Inhale, just reach up. And breathe your hands through prayer as you exhale, just taking a moment to pause, the eyes closed. Returning to the collective intention that we set, to recall our own radiance, our own ability to open and step forward to a feeling of being truly free, open, almost magnificent in all ways. Take another full breath in. And open your mouth and just simply let it go. Release your two arms along your side body. Let's lift the arms overhead. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana. Let's breathe the arms wide if you have space. Exhaling, hinge forward and fold over the two legs. Let the head drop. Let's extend on the in-breath, halfway lift. Place your palms flat. Just step back into your plank for this first one. And feel the sense of length from the heels to the crown, and then lower halfway to the Ranga. Pull the chest forward as you inhale, the Ardha Mukha. Exhaling, let's breathe the hips back. Downward facing, so still firming into the hands. And allow the breath to move from the crown of the head to the base of the spine, so really long, lifted, even both front and back body. Last 3. Steadying the breath, 2. And then 1, we'll pick the two heels up, look forward, bend your knees, step or float to the front of your mat, lengthen on your inhale, pull your chest forward, and then fold again as you exhale. Come all the way to standing, inhale, reach up. Exhale, breathe your two hands to prayer, and along your side. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, extend and lengthen halfway, two palms flat, super hop to Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward dog, inhale, lift the sternum up and towards the sky, and then breathe your thighs back. Downward facing is your exhale. We're here for 5. Pressing into the index and thumb knuckle mound. The outer arms roll back, and the inner armpits pull them towards the heart. That's it. Now see if you can send your thighs a little bit higher. Last 3. Heels reaching away from the 10 toes. 2. And then 1, pick your two heels up, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, and then fold. Come up to standing, inhale, reach tall. Exhale, breathe your hands to prayer. And along your side, one more time, inhale. And then dive forward, exhaling, enjoying the breath as you fold. Allow it to empty and then lengthen halfway, inhale. Step or hop to Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale into the back bend. And then exhale, let's breathe the hips back. Downward facing. Just step your right foot forward. Spin your back heel flat. Come up to standing warrior 2. And take a few moments to settle into the second warrior. Right thigh feel its dissension. And almost firm down to the right big toe as you hug your right outer thigh back and in. And get a little bit more length through the right inner groin, inner thigh. Extending the breath through the spine, taller now. Take a deeper inhale. We'll simply add the reverse, right palm flips, left hand down the back thigh. Keep the depth into the front leg, reach up through the right waist. And then take a fuller breath in. Release 2 hands to your mat and pause. Lift your back heel. And then again, lower your left knee down. Keep your left hand where it is. Inhale. Reach your right fingertips straight up and towards the sky into the twist as you exhale. And as you stretch up to the top fingertips, almost press down to the heel of your left palm and pull it back energetically. Stay here, reach your right hand back and deliver your foot into your hand. And then today, go ahead and press the foot back into the hand, and then let the right shoulder open more. Maybe you can lean the chest, lean the head back one more place. Take a deeper inhale. And then release, 2 hands to the earth as you exhale. And step back, downward facing dog. Come forward into your plank, inhale, and then lower chaturanga, exhale. Up dog is the inhale, and then breathe your thighs back. Exhale, stepping left foot forward, back heel spins down. Come up, warrior 2 on the breath. And so settle into the Virabhadrasana 2. Let the left thigh drop straight down into its hamstring. And as it does, feel the left outer thigh bone rolling almost underneath the body, and then firm into the left big toe a little bit more. Soft the shoulders, radiant through the breath, feel its extension through the crown of your head, and then we'll add the reverse. Left palm flips, right hand down the back thigh. And just holding the reverse warrior. Stop breathing through it today. Let the thigh descend and reach a little taller. Take another full breath in. We'll release now, 2 hands to the earth. Lift the back heel and then lower your right knee down. Keep your right hand where it is. Extend your left arm up and towards the ceiling. And so feel the extension of the breath even here. Stay here, reach your left hand back, deliver the foot. Press your foot into your hand and allow the left shoulder head to open. Feel the breath move into the back body, lean into the breath itself, open the chest. Last couple moments here. And then take a deeper inhale. Let's release 2 hands to the earth. Into our dog shape as we exhale. Come forward into your plank, inhale, and then lower to chaturanga, exhale. Up dog is your in-breath, and let's breathe the hips back. Exhaling, let's keep going. Just step your right foot forward. Hop your back foot in just a little bit, spin it flat. Setting it for the triangle pose, hand to the outside of your right foot today, left hand to your hip as you straighten the leg. You can always bring the right hand to the shin, that's fine. In fact, maybe it's better. Pull the chest forward, get a little bit longer, and then just spin the chest open, reach up through the left hand. So it's almost like you're firming your right quad and sucking the right thigh up into its hip socket. Good, and you'll feel the lateral flexion deepen in the right waist. Against that, breathe into the back body. In fact, lean into the back body and take a deeper inhale. Hold on the exhale. Another full breath in. And then release. Look down. 2 hands down. Just step back into your downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhaling. Again, step now left foot forward. And hop the back foot in. And sitting it for the Trikonasana, firm the left outer thigh bone in, right hand to the hip may help as you begin to swivel the chest open towards the sky. And each side's a little bit different. I know that this left side for me is a little more intense. So I'm gonna actually have to really breathe into the back ribs to fill the back body with breath. So I'm not making it a back bend. In fact, I'm increasing the length, the radiance of my breath with every inhale, feeling the extension through the crown. So I can spin the chest open a little bit deeper as I exhale next. Last 3. And then take a fuller breath in. We'll release, just 2 hands to the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog. Take your time. Come forward through the vinyasa. Inhale. And then lower chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog. Inhale. Breathe your hips back. Exhale, let's keep it going. Step your right foot forward. At this time, spin your back heel flat, warrior 2. Straighten the front leg as you inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward, Trikonasana. Right hand to the outside of your right shin or foot. And spinning the chest open. You can choose to stay here or look down. Bend into your right knee. Walk your right fingertips forward, just to the top corner of your mat, and then lift right into it, Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon shape. Okay. And as you firm the right outer thigh bone in, lengthen your tailbone towards your back heel. Try to keep the back heel even with the pelvis, even rolling the big toes down, extend through the crown. Take a deeper inhale. Just feel the breath move from the center of the body out through all 5 points. Another full breath in. As you exhale, look down, just step way back. Warrior 2, come all the way up. Inhale. Release 2 hands to the mat. Exhale, just step back, downward facing, breathing in. Breathing out, let's clear it. Come forward, inhale, lower, halfway, exhale. Up dog, inhaling, and bring your hips back. Exhaling, let's step now. Left foot forward, back heel down, second warrior. Again, we come up, inhale. Straighten the front leg as you exhale. Begin to hinge forward. Left hand down, right arm up. Enjoy the Trikonasana, enjoy the breath. Decidedly staying here or look down, prepare. Ardha Chandrasana, the half moon. Deepen into the left knee, right leg just picks up. And as you firm from the midline of your belly, allow that sense of strength, connection, moreover, to extend out like a radiant beam of light in all 5 directions. Leaning the chest back, allowing it to open. Last 3, steady the breath. And more space, 2. And we're gonna release slowly, look down as you exhale. Step way back, second warrior. Come all the way up. And then release, 2 hands to the mat. Step back, this time plank, and then lower, chaturanga. Open the chest on the inhale. And let's breathe the hips back. Downward dog, the heat should be built. Just take a few moments here just to notice how the body's already changed, where you feel the prana flowing, where you feel your breath flowing, or to the same degree where you can still send your breath. And then look way forward at the bottom of the exhale. Just ever hop forward to the front of your mat. We'll lengthen on the in-breath. And then fold again. Just 1 breath, chair, Utkatasana on the inhale. And then press all the way to standing. Exhaling. Arms along your side. Again, sink low and deep, Utkatasana on the in-breath. Fold forward, exhaling, thighs lift, head drops. We lengthen on the inhalation. And then separate hop to chaturanga, exhale. Up dog is the inhale. Down dog is the exhale. Just breath to movement, right foot steps, spin the left heel flat, come up, 1 breath, veer 1. 2 hands to the mat, exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, thighs back. Down dog, left foot steps. Back heel spins flat. Come up, Virabhadrasana A, low into the front thigh. Breath evenly smooth. 2 hands to the mat. Either skip the vinyasa or move through it with the breath now. Inhaling and lower, exhale. Lift the chest on the inhale. And bring your thighs back. Stay with me. Step your right foot forward. Hop your back foot in, Parsvottanasana. Prepare for the Parvata Trikonasana. Lengthen on the in-breath. Let's all bring the left hand to the inside of the right foot today, even if you can go deeper. Right thumb to the root of the right thigh, drive it back. Hug, same work, outer thighs in. Let the breath, its radiance, extend through the crown as you inhale. Begin to revolve the chest as we exhale, right fingertips maybe reaching up and towards the sky. Breathing in, press back into the left heel. Left heel, the hand pulling back, crown searching forward, opening with the breath. Take a deeper inhale, and then just fold as we exhale. Let the head relax. And then step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Don't worry about the vinyasa this time. Breathing out. Let's step our left foot forward in between the hands. Parsvottanasana, back heel spins flat. Lengthen on your inhale. So really feel the breath, right at the beginning. Find the breath first. It's the breath that brings us into the posture. Right hand to the instep of your left foot or to a block. Left hand to your thigh. Drive it back. Weight into the back heel. In fact, feel from the right heel through the crown, length as you inhale. Right blade down the back body, begin to spin the chest open. Feel the revolve of your breath of prana around the spine. Follow that revolve, begin to open the chest. Hugging the legs together, reaching up to the top fingertips. Take a deeper inhale, and then release as you exhale. Step back dog. Right into the flow now, inhaling. Lower exhale. Up dog is your inhale. And then bring your hips back. Downward facing. Let's drop down to our knees and just come to seated on our heels now. Vajrasana. Just take a moment to pause. Feel the eyes close, the shoulders soft. Feel the radiance of prana, the freedom moving through your body. Note what's changed. Take a full breath in through your nose. And then just open your mouth and let it go. Blinking your eyes open. Step back, downward facing dog. Right into the single pigeon. Breathe your right knee behind your right wrist and lower your left knee down. So keep the outer hip rolling down. Maybe you keep the toes curled under. Little lift to the hip points here. You can choose to stay upright. Or begin to walk your hands forward. I like to keep the palms open. Just breathe in for a few breaths. Things down just a little bit. Let's take another full breath in. And release back into our dog shape as we exhale. Once in dog, go ahead and switch. Left knee forward, right knee drops. And perhaps at this stage of the practice, a little bit more aware of your breath, a little more aware of your body. Slow things down. Take a deeper inhale. Very gently release back into your dog shape as you exhale. Let's take it to a final clearing vinyasa. Come forward as you inhale into your plank. Extending and lower to chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog as the in-breath. And then down dog as the exhale. And again, dropping down to your knees. This time coming to your shins. Preparing for just a couple rounds of camel. So come all the way up. And then just slide your hands to your lowest back. Use the hands themselves to lengthen your tailbone down, just to feel the breath moving, lifting out of the lowest spine. And then as if someone had their hand at the very space between the two shoulder blades and were lifting your chest up, allow that lift to open the front body. Don't even worry about going back, just get longer, lift higher. Take a deeper inhale. You just call all the way back up as you exhale, lower down, sitting back onto your two heels for just a breath or two. Kind of easing into the back bend work. Let's go ahead and go right back into it. So come onto your shins. And hands to the low back. This time lengthen on the inhale. Yeah, almost like you're lifting up and over, like some sort of railing. Keep the chest lifting, lifting, lifting. And maybe stay here. Maybe you lower your two hands to your heels. Take another full breath in, puff into chest skyward. We'll come up as we exhale, and then lower all the way down. Take a few moments. Notice the effect even on the most subtle point. And then let's come all the way back up one last time. Make the body a little bit more open now as we lengthen, same entry, lift up. Up. Open one up more, lifting, radiant, up towards the ceiling. Leaning the chest back. Maybe you grab hold of the two heels. If you have the heels pressed down into your hands, puff the chest open, lean the head back. And then take a deeper inhale. Slowly come all the way back up as you exhale, releasing. Hips towards the heel, just placing one hand and the second over your heart. Open to radiance, and yet at the same time drawing it back to you, precious in all ways. Your light held. And then very slowly, go ahead and just lift your gaze here, your eyes. Keep seated onto your heels and just drop your hips to the right. Move into a little bit of a twist. So you'll bring your right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of your right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, just begin to revolve, and as you do, the Vajrasan will gaze over the left shoulder. It's a really soft twist. It would really sweep for the head and neck. Just kind of moving gently out of the back bend. And then coming back through center, just go ahead and switch. Left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee will lengthen. Begin to revolve. And the gaze will fall now over the right shoulder. Take a deeper inhale. As you exhale, very slowly release. Extend your legs forward and come into your Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together. The heels can come as close as you need them to, or as far away. I might bring them a little bit closer. And then let's actually hook onto the big toes today. So hook onto the big toes with your peace fingers. Lengthen on the in-breath, and then just breathe your elbows straight side. And then hinge forward. And inhale, the heart opening. And maybe you want to keep the chest opening today. I would go slow. You just did a little bit of back bending work, right? And then if it feels okay, allow the upper back to round just to counter all that opening we've done. The head relax. And then lengthen on your inhale. Straighten your two arms as you exhale. Breathe your hands to the outside of your knees. Bring the knees in. And extend your legs long. One last hold. Extend your arms up. Inhaling, so extending. Feel again the radiance of your breath. Reaching the spine taller. And as you exhale, begin to hinge forward. And just hook onto whatever's available, be it the big toes, the outer edges of the feet will lengthen. And broaden the elbows straight side to fold. Let the upper back round. Extending through the crown. Shoulder blades down the back. Chest stretching forward. Slowing the breath. This last breath here, find length, and then just totally fold as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, just come all the way back up. Option A, you can lie onto your back into your Shavasana. Option B, this one I'll take, just come into a comfortable seat. Any seat is fine. Once you arrive in your seat or even onto your back, breathe your arms wide and let the palms just turn open and towards the ceiling. This, again, physical gesture, just receptivity. 'Receptivity. As the eyes close, the shoulders soften. And then exhale, just come all the way back up. Option A, you can lie onto your back into your Shavasana. Option B, this one I'll take, just come into a comfortable seat. Any seat is fine. Once you arrive in your seat or even onto your back, breathe your arms wide and let the palms just turn open and towards the ceiling. This, again, physical gesture, just receptivity. As the eyes close, the shoulders soften. overwhelming feeling of receiving now the unique gift of this practice and the awareness that it brings of your light, of your radiance, and through that, all of the expansiveness that is possible through the movement, through the breath, and in every moment. Allowing that radiance, that light now, just to wash over your body, very much a part of you and all that you do, all that you are, all that you can become. Resting here for as long as you can. I'll breathe my two hands together in gratitude for the practice and gratitude for the radiance that has been shown to us. The radiance, the light that we share to others. May this practice help us to find and give both. Together we deeply bow. Om Shanti.